Hey guys, George of SoundTraxx here. This week we're going to play around with our Blunami. We're going to set up some of the lights to show you just how easy it is, and then also a way that you can know which light you're turning on. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, as we've talked about in our Blunami is our Bluetooth controlled decoder that you can run directly off your app on your iPhone or your iPad. Today I have the iPad next to me. Now, as I'm here in the welcome menu, you see that we have our Milwaukee Road, and we're connected to the Milwaukee Road 18, which is the locomotive here in front of me. So we're going to go ahead and push the standard control, and that's going to get us over here. You can see that we have full control because I can blow the horn. But what we're going to do today doesn't have to do with the sound, so we're going to go ahead and leave it off for the time being. Now, as you can see, there's the little pull-out side menu, and in this side menu, you can access the first 14 functions here, and then with a quick click of this 15 to 28, you can see that we can access all of the other functions here. Now, today we're going to talk specifically about lights. So from this 1 to 14, you see that we have our headlight, and we can turn this on or off. So our headlight will turn on and off in conjunction with pressing the button. Now, when we go over here, you see that we have our lights down here, FX3, FX4, 5, and 6. So now when I press my FX3 button right here, you'll see that my number boards illuminate. And you can see that they're pretty bright, kind of as bright as the headlight. And then with our FX4, when I turn that on, you can see that now the Mars light is illuminated, or where the Mars light would be. Now, first thing is we need to go and change the lighting effect. So to do this, again, Blunami makes this easy because we have the little gear setting down here where we can go make our settings. So we press the gear, and today we're going to go into light settings. We're going to go ahead and do that. Now you can see that we have our settings for everything, including the FX3, FX4, 5, 6, headlight, and backup light. But today we're going to go ahead and change the FX3 and the FX4 lighting effect. Now, as I mentioned, the FX3 is actually our number boards. Now, remember, the number boards are not typically as bright as the headlights. So what we want to do is we want to select the brilliance on-off, brilliance 1, and then we'll adjust the brilliance to match our liking. So to do that, we're going to go here, and you're going to see lighting effect. We can click on the lighting effect, and you'll see a pull-down menu come up that has a list of all of the different lighting effects that you can access. Now, here we're going to select on-off, brightness 1. So now you can already see how the light has dimmed. Now, to finish this, we're going to go ahead and go up here to brightness. Now, when I go to brightness, we have a master brilliance, which adjusts the lights of all of them up and down. But then we have brightness number 1, and that's our register that we use to adjust the brilliance for on-off brightness 1. So we're going to go ahead and adjust this slider bar. Right now we have it set to a value of 79. But if you watch, as I increase the slider bar, you can see that those lights get significantly brighter. So it's making these changes in real time. So as I reduce this down, now I can decide exactly where I like those number boards to be. So today we're going to make them somewhere around a value of 37, which is what I've got my slider bar. And you can see that they're bright, but they're not as bright as the headlight. Now, if I want to pick a specific brilliance, let's say I'm matching another locomotive, I can always click on the number here, and I can type in a value of, right now we're going to go ahead and change it up quite a bit, so a value of 150. I press the done button, and you can see that those lights brighten up significantly. So again, you can manually enter it, or you can use the slider bar. We're going to move our slider bar back down to 35. So now those lights are dim. Now the second part of this is the Mars light, and we can do the exact same thing. So we go to our FX4 settings, and again we see lighting effect is the Mars light apparently already. We click it, and the Mars light is going on. So if I wanted to change this to an oscillating headlight, for example, we can go to oscillating light, and it changes the light patterns, and you can go through and select any of these, a gyro light, and again you can match up whatever you like. So we're going to go ahead and make this back to the original Mars light. Now if we want to adjust the flash rate, let's say we want that light to flash more quickly, we can actually go and under other settings down here, you can see that we have a hyperlight flash rate and the crossing hold time. We can make those adjustments right there. So now we're going to go ahead and back out. But now if you look, our settings still say FX3 and FX4. Well, the good news is that with the Blunami app, this allows you to rename these lighting outputs so that you know what you're illuminating. So we have our pull-out menu here on the side. So we simply pull it out just a little bit further, and you'll see a whole column of enter text. Now when we do this, we're going to go to our FX3. Now I'm doing this upside down, so I'm not going to be held liable for any typos. But our FX3 are our number boards, so we're going to type in NUMBER space BOARDS. And we're going to say done. So now you'll notice on our screen, number boards is now written in place of the FX3. And we can do the same thing for the FX4. So we can tell it this is a Mars light. So we're going to go MARS. Upside down typing is difficult, guys. And T should be right there. We're going to hit enter. Now you can see that we have number boards and Mars light written on our screen. So we simply come back. Now when we turn on and off the lighting effects, you can see that those lighting effects are responding. Now guys, this is just a simple view of the light settings. So you can play with the app and you can go in and make all of your settings. Now when you make the light changes, it does retain in the decoder. So if you were to use the Blunami on a DCC track, your lighting effects will still be the same. Of course, your throttle will not show the word number boards. That's in the app. But the lighting effect does still remain with the decoder. So anytime you close this and open it up and reconnect, you're going to see this list where number boards and Mars light are going to be right there on the menu. So for more information, please visit our website at SoundTraxx.com. Check out the Blunami and the Blunami manuals, and be sure to check your local retailer for Blunami today.